Hey guys, 2D here, welcome back for round 4 of this league racing season here at Japan, where hopefully we can take our third consecutive win this season. If you haven't seen last time out in Kota, be sure to check that one out before you see this one. But basically, we took the lead of the Drivers' Championship after a pretty difficult race, which we did end up winning somehow on tyres which were on about a 75% tyre wear and very close to getting a puncture. But anyway, we'll head out for our first qualifying run where hopefully we can just set a good banker lap, just to make sure that if we make any mistakes on our quick laps that we have a decent qualifying position locked in. So across the line to start this first qualifying lap. Yeah, like I said, just need a good banker lap, and hopefully, I know my pace around here is decent, but my consistency is definitely lacking a little bit. As saying that, there you are, that is a mistake, and that is going to cost us a good couple tenths, which is obviously going to mean that we will definitely need to improve on this lap before the end of the session, but it should be enough as long as we can hold it together, just to, you know, not have to worry too much on those second and third qualifying laps. We will probably use all 3 sets of softs in this session because the softs are basically useless in the race around here. The tyre wear is just too high. But as we come up to the final chicane here, this lap has been decent. We have held it together, definitely. Used that final little bit of ERS up to the line, and it will be a 128.096, which does put us on provisional pole, just ahead of Webber's and our teammate, who have both set .2s, which puts us just about a tenth of a second clear. So, you know, that's pretty decent. Obviously, everyone's going to improve quite a lot. Blurp makes a big mistake. He's currently second in the championship, one of our main rivals this season. But we're going to head out for our second run in qualifying on our second set. So this will hopefully be a big improvement, and we can hopefully extend our lead in this qualifying session over Webber's, who is another one of our championship rivals. He's more points off than Blurp, but he is pretty quick. And Lewis, who was looking to be our main championship rival early on in the season, he won in Saudi Arabia, the season opener, has not actually showed up for the first 2 races. For this race or last race, which means he could actually fall out of this championship battle, which is a bit unfortunate for him, and also it would have been an interesting one to battle him because he's pretty quick. Yeah, but anyway, as we come through Spoon, we are about half a second up into this chicane. The rear end is just nowhere through there, which cost us about 2 tenths. So definitely 3-4 tenths maybe if we can get a perfect lap. But we do go half a second clear of the rest of the field so far. But I don't think anyone else has done anything other than their first runs. So they'll probably still have 2 fresh tyres. Oh, I mean, obviously they won't have time to use those 2 fresh sets if they wanted to now. But Webber's and Alfie have not improved. So yeah, I think was that a match time between 3rd and 4th there? That's pretty cool. You don't see that very often. But yeah, we come out for our final qualifying lap. We'll let Roker through here, who's in AI mode, but he is on his out lap. And there is another car coming up behind. This is getting a bit sketchy. Okay, we'll just go onto the grass. Do not want to be anywhere near any of that. But that was a bit of an eventful outlap. But onto our run. We already found about 0.02 of a second through the first few corners, and this is looking much better through the S's. Don't ride that curb too much. Right up to the left-hand curb through there, and flat out through here. Already found about a tenth of a second, which is what we need. Right on the limit through Degner 2 turn 9, and as we head up to turn 10, the hairpin, we are still a tenth up, a little bit deep. This is a lock up, and that is our lap over. We lose the rear end, but we'll carry on pushing. We probably won't improve, but we'll just see how much time there was left in it. Right on the limit through the exit of Spoon. And yeah, so we found another 2/10 on the rest of the lap, so we probably would have had about 3/10 improvement if we didn't make that mistake through the hairpin. But up to the line, yeah, it's not an improvement, but I think we are still on pole position by about 1/10 of a second, and it is a front row lookout for Sauber, which is absolutely exactly what we needed to extend, hopefully, our Constructors' Championship lead over Mercedes, who are 3 and 4 on the grid. So we'll edit our fuel, put in a bit less, and you know, we'll just hopefully we can bring it home in a 1-2 position for Sauber and extend our Constructors' Championship lead over Mercedes. So we'll start on the I think we're starting on the mediums this race, because we've finally learnt our lesson. The last 2 races we've started on hards and the safety car has come at the wrong time and ruined our strategy. But it's 5 lights and it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from us, lots of wheel spin, but we do get away nicely. Alfie is wheel to wheel with Silky for 2nd place. The Mercedes is challenging to try and get on into the top 2, but they've swapped around, I think, the Mercedes. Now it's Webber's trying to challenge Alfie, but neither of them are able to get past, and it is still a Sauber 1-2, and we are still in a good position where we can just lead from the front and, you know, and just control this race with 2 cars. No one can really overtake around here because there's only 1 DRS point, and even there it is pretty difficult to overtake unless the car ahead does not have DRS. So into turn 10, the left-hander. We're just going to try and create a gap as Webber's has sent it on Alfie, and right.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
I don't think that strategy's going to work anymore. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to be able to control the race as a team.
Virtual safety car is deployed.
The VSC is out, and now it is a 2 versus 1. Mercedes, 2 Mercedes.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going
VSC
green.
is ending.
Maintain
So now
delta
we
until
really do
flags.
need to break away. If there's any time to use
available.
all of the pace that we have, it is now. We have a lap to break away from a second to avoid them getting DRS. It is looking like it could be possible for us though, as there is a lot of battling. The 2 Mercedes versus the Aston Martin. They are fighting pretty hard for some reason early on in this race and kind of just letting us break away, which is pretty good for us, but it's probably not the best strategy for them because they're just giving up their chance at a win. As you can see, the gap already up to nearly 2 seconds by the end of lap 2 as we set fastest lap, and now it's about just trying to get into the rhythm of this race and just keep extending that gap, and it will. This race will come to us, maybe even a Grand Slam if there's not anything which goes wrong. These laps we're setting, they're still pretty good. No mistakes so far, which is good, because yeah, this track I'm pretty quick around here, but something always seems to go wrong, whether it's a mistake from me or you know, a safety car. Something going wrong with the strategy. We're still on no warnings on lap 6, and look at that gap, already up to 4 seconds in just 6 laps. Setting about 31s now, was that, I think? So our pace has dropped off by about a second, but we are still definitely lapping quicker than the rest of this field. Webber's and Silky and that Aston Martin are all battling still pretty hard 6 laps later, which I'm not really sure why still, but you know, yeah, we're gaining time out of it, so we will absolutely take it, as that was a 32 I think there. Not a great lap, but yeah, still we're just staying steady, increasing this lead. The tyres are starting to go off. We'll start thinking about pit stop in a few laps time, but there is a virtual safety car. I'm not really sure why. Oh, okay, and now it's a full safety car, which ruins our strategy. This has completely ruined our strategy, and now they're going to get a free chance to close that gap, but we're going to have to box, and take the hards all the way until the end, which they will be able to do, but they probably won't be too pleasant to drive on by the end of the race. But yeah, this is annoying, but it's not like, it's not our race ruined. Obviously we can hopefully build that gap again with any luck. And we will exit the pit lane still in the lead on the fresh tyres.
Through to the end now.
I think one of the Mercedes has dropped out at the top. Yeah, one of the Mercedes has dropped out of the top 5 because they had to double stack. So that is good for our constructors battle. But yeah, this will be interesting. As the safety car is coming in, we will just have to try and get a good restart. We'll probably go. I think we'll go just on the exit of the chicane. Get a wide entry, and here we go, flat out now. We decide now is the time to restart, lose a little bit of traction, but we do not make a mistake. And Silky is gaining. We need to maintain this lead if we want a chance at breaking away. But Silky looks to the outside. We're going to hold this inside line. Whoa, over the curve. That was very scary. That could have been pretty bad. But we are okay, and we do maintain the lead. And now it is time to break away. Gap 3-4 tenths to Silky, half a second I think that is now. We are just able to pull away from the Mercedes and from the rest of the pack. Gap already nearly up to a second. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap obviously, and but we have already pulled a second. It's 1.7 now even, which is enough to keep him out of DRS. But we will, once again, our task resumes from the start of the race. Just keep pulling away and hope that nothing else bad happens in this race for us. Lap 15 now, gap keeps getting extended and extended. Already up to over 2 seconds. I mean, it's not, we haven't pulled away massively like we did last time. Oh, that's a bad line and that is a warning. Our first one of the race though, so it shouldn't cause any issue. We are up to a 2 second gap, which is definitely enough. I don't think we're pushing like crazy hard at the moment, but we are pushing enough, as that is a Mercedes out, and
safety car is out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
Yeah, and what did I say about us getting unlucky with safety cars this season? Yeah, that has happened again. 4 races in a row. We've been in a position to easily win, and
you're approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
So yeah, that'll be. This is pretty annoying and frustrating, but we'll just have to get on with it and try and get another good restart.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap.
Yeah, it's still,
controlling the pace
the race isn't over yet.
Keep it steady until
and
the
we know
safety
we have
cars
pace,
reach the pit lane.
But yeah, this is just annoying. Even if we do win this, it's pretty frustrating. But anyway, here we go. Resume racing, and we okay. Well. That wasn't bad luck, that was a mistake from me, and I think these two have gotten illegal overtakes because they passed before the line, so that was a little bit of luck, as Roker in the Ferrari is trying to get up into second place. Now, we are still in the lead of this race, but Webber's is all over the rear of our car. You know, I really don't know what to do here, because I don't think we have the pace on these tyres to pull away. Our pace on the mediums was much quicker than the rest of the field, but these hards, you saw when we in this about the same time frame, we only pulled about half a second compared to when we pulled about 2 or 3 on the mediums. As Webber's is having a look on us to try and make a move, but we've pushed him a little bit wide, and Roker was looking to overtake him there, but nothing coming for Roker, who will stay in 3rd place. Webber's using the DRS to close that gap. Once again, he won't be close enough to go for a move, luckily for us. And yeah, so this is an alright position, but if we make one mistake, then Weber's is going to be all over the back of us, and then whoa! Speaking of mistake, I did not plan that. I did not know that was coming up, but yeah, well, this is what I was saying. Weber's would be all over us, and then if we get passed by Weber's, then Roker will probably overtake us, and then that's probably the chance of the win gone, because there's only 5 laps, and yeah, it will be pretty difficult to do anything. But Weber's has actually got a 3-second penalty there, which is a bit of good luck for us. So we just need to stay ahead of Roker, and which we should be able to do for the rest of this race, and we will have the win in the bag. But Weber's goes around the outside, and he's pushed us a little bit there. It is fair racing, but kind of frustrating again, and now we have no DRS, and here comes Roker looking down the inside. We're going to have to use all of our ERS, but we leave Roker probably a little bit too much space, and he takes the opportunity to get the move done. But we're not going to give this up easily, but yeah, on that inside line, nothing we could do, and we move down into 3rd place, and now we are in a net P2, and yeah, that is pretty annoying, but we'll have to get on with it and try and re-overtake Roker, because if you can see that gap, Weber's is just pulling away because we are being held up massively by Roker here, and you can see he's running wide and he's making a few mistakes, but any time I try and re-overtake him, we'll probably see in a minute, it's not going to be easy. So here we go down into 130R, gonna have a look, try and imitate the move that Weber's did on us. Gonna go late on the brakes, but Roker goes later and parks the bus. And yeah, this is a bit frustrating, but we're gonna have a look down the inside with DRS. The Aston Martin is also going to have a look on Roker, and he might even have a look on us as well down into turn 2, and he hits our rear end. That is Roker, sorry, who's hit our rear end, and the same thing has happened again. Roker is back up into 2nd place, and we know we have the pace to keep within 3 seconds of Weber's, but we need to get past Roker now. We have another dive bomb attempt on Roker, but for some reason he is so unwilling to let us back through, and he really wants to hold on to the 2nd place, but doing this is just letting Weber's go away and taking away everyone's chance at a win. But we're going to look down the inside into 130R. We will take back not net P1 anymore, because we've dropped back 3 seconds I think now. But yes, at least we are back into 2nd place on track. Hopefully Weber's won't, Roker won't try and re-overtake down into turn 1. He's using a lot of battery to try and get back through. Here he comes, Roker down the inside, and he does re-overtake, but he makes a mistake, and that's more time cost for us because of this battling, which is probably a little bit you know, not the wisest decision. But we're going to have another look through Degner 1, but obviously nothing was going to happen there. We're just trying to line up a move, and here we go into Spoon. Look down the inside on Roker, and now we really don't care about racing too clearly. We just need to get through. Roker has another attempt. Blurp, now our championship rival, and actually will be our teammate next season. I haven't said this already, but we have signed for Williams, and so has Blurp. So because he'll be our teammate next season, we're going to try to let him through and be nice to him. But unfortunately, as you saw, I tried to run wide through 130 yards to try and let him through, but I ended up costing everyone time then, which is not my plan. But through goes Blurp up into second place, and the Haas now is trying to make a move on us, but we are not going to let that happen. And now we've got to see what Blurp can do. Hopefully he can tow us up to the back of Webber's, but it doesn't look like it as he's struggling through Degner 1 and 2. Though maybe those medium tyres have gone off more than I thought they would for him, so we're going to have to re-overtake him onto the final lap of this race, and then hopefully we can close up about, well, it will have to be over a second in one lap to Webber's if we want to win this. But we'll go down the inside into turn 1, and now we need to push as hard as we can. 1.3 seconds we need to gain to Webber's to win this race, and we're going to push very, very hard. Green sector 1. We are improving even though these tyres are dead. This is how hard we are pushing. We are gaining on Webber's, but will it be enough? Just a couple of sectors to go, and we need to gain like still another 8 tenths, I think that is, to win this race. But maybe we can do it. We still have one extra warning to use before we get a penalty for track limits, so we will probably use that at this final chicane. Just cut the chicane to see if we can gain any more time on Webber's. There it is, we cut the chicane using our final track limits warning, and
Nice one.
Webber's sets the fastest lap of the race, which we then beat. But no, it is, yeah, it's not enough unfortunately, and we do miss out on the win by 7 tenths. We did all we could. We gained over half a second on that final lap to the Mercedes, but you know, we got very unlucky that race. But we did all we could, and a second place result is still very decent. We extend our lead in the championship over Blurp, but Webber's is gaining. The constructors, I think, yeah, we extended our lead over Mercedes as well. But I'll see you guys next time out in Silverstone.